Let me put y'all in my business. Hey y'all, what's up? Today is Thirsty Thursdays. So I'm just gonna jump right into it. So this Thursday, I am definitely thirsty for God to completely heal me in the unforgiveness stage. And back then I used to hear people say a lot, oh, when you forgive, you free yourself up. And I used to just sit and think like, how am I freeing myself up when I'm the one that's hurt? How am I freeing myself up? I feel like they're the ones being freed because they're being let off. You get what I'm saying? Turning the other cheek, not responding, still doing them favors when they ask. Am I truly the free one? Because I'm in the bondage of a remembrance of what they did and how they did it and what hurt. And what were hurt most importantly is if they cared that they did it or not. And so sometimes you won't receive an apology, and so that weighs heavy on your heart because you're like, God, well, do they know they did it? And then God will say, if you get out my way, I'll do it. And then there will be times where you would get out of God's way and he does it. And then you see them, you see God at work, but then you go in and you're nosy. So the next thing you start thinking is, I wonder, do they know that came from that? You know what I'm saying? And some people will be like, well, how you know that was what that was? Well, I had a significant time where something happened, which was spot on. And I can give you a story where I had a friend one time. Her husband didn't wear his ring. And the night she noticed he didn't have his wedding ring on, they went out to go cash his check. But while they were out, all of a sudden, he lost the same exact amount that the ring was worth. And so sometimes you will see God punishing people, and then you'll think, hey, do they know that that's what that is? Why haven't they learned a lesson? Why aren't they acting like they don't know that this is what this is? And so I know I dealt with that for a long time. It's like, why do they see do they see that that's the result of that? And it just weighed on me because I was a forgiver. I had bullies in high school. Um, I was in a manipulative church, just a series of just manipulative things that went on. And when I was younger, it wasn't nothing for you. If you was mean to me 1 hour, the next hour you come back and play, I'm like a puppy, like, hey, what's next? You get what I'm saying? And then as the years went, as I got older, and after well into my marriage, that all faded away. It just faded away. That quick turnaround faded away. And then that's when the unforgiveness started with my life because it was double. It was a ministry that I was in who played a major part in my marriage. And so it was like a domino effect. Anything that was over the ministry in my part of that life at that time, it transpired into my marriage. And so it was just a lot at one time. Where can you be safe? Can you be safe in your marriage, at your home? Or you go to church and you think it's a safe place, and just those two places wasn't safe for me at that time, mentally and emotionally. So it kind of wore out my patience, and it wore out, okay, God, when do I stop being nice? When do I stop being forgiving? And that's what that was. So as the years gone by, that we're past that, that's years behind. I've gotten it past me. But then had I really gotten it past me? And this past weekend, I was on a writer's retreat. And listen at this. This lady was just like, the apostle, we were actually on the writer's retreat. So we basically was just sharing pieces. And I guess a part of sharing the pieces of what you're writing was pertaining to the hurt. But for some reason, we were given like what was wrong with us segments. And where I thought, hey, God, um, I need a new place to stay, I need a new car, all these other monetary things. In reality, it went straight into what was wrong with me. It was weird how it happened. I'm not gonna say weird, but it went straight to the point. Like God got straight to the point of what was wrong with me, which I praise him for that. Because whereas I thought one thing was wrong, God went straight into what was wrong. And I didn't expect this to come up. And what came up showed that there was just like a whole bunch of unforgiveness in that area that was still a part of me today. And I had left that situation back in 2016. It's 2022. And I felt the release after praying, after getting set free. So I got set free that night from that part of unforgiveness. But you never know what's there until it is, until you get help. It's okay to get help because we can't do this on our own. You'll think you're over something, but then you won't be over something. And right now, I just had a burst of, okay, God, who am I not forgiving? It's not a sense of, oh, my prayers are answered. I'm sorry, because that just answered me. I get to go check off the list. Y'all, literally last week or during my 3-day fast last week or the week before last, time go by so fast. I wrote the names of the people I didn't forget. I need to forgive. And lo and behold, this week, it wasn't more or less just a prayer. It was a reaching out, and I apologized. It was, I just let the people know that they don't owe me anything in certain areas and that I apologize for the way that I responded. Now, if you're like me, you're probably thinking, well, I was that good friend. I was that good girlfriend. I was that good wife. I was the good. I am very forgiving. I was there when I should have been standing up for myself, saying, "Hey, this is me time." But in a sense, because you love people so much, you're whatever they need, you want to help. And so I was in a play. I was that person in in those relationships. I wasn't perfect, but I do know I catered. Mercy and love a great deal in those relationships and friendships until I kind of kept getting red flags. And then when I got fed up, I didn't just exit it I didn't stand up for myself and then exit the way I should have and in a humble way. I literally just did blocking, and start cutting people off. And that's not healing because it's just like, oh, that door is shut. I don't have to deal with it. And in reality, I do have to deal with it. You do have to deal with it. What I love about God is you may need some time. Now, you may need a few months. You may need a year. But at some point in your life, you are going to have to accept the fact that you can't be done with you can't accept and be okay with the way you left the situation if you did not stand up for yourself in the situation. And we like to say, oh, they know what they was doing the whole time. The cutoff, they know that's giving them space. At one point I was just like, that's giving that person space to think about what they did and why they did it. They should know why I cut them off. You get what I'm saying? It's like the nerve of me. And I was mad, I was hurt, I was mad. And I was like, finally it's out. I was doing anything to make myself be at peace. And I did not know that I'm not at peace. So what? I can't feel that I'm not at peace in that area, but I was not at peace because it came back up. So I'm on a healing journey, and God is bringing up things in me that needs to be helped. And like I said, when I was on the writer's retreat, that situation came up so point and blank, like, hey, this is what you need to cut off. This is what you need to do. Get rid of the anxiety of that. You are covered in the blood of Jesus, but this is what you need to do. You need to get healed from that. And it's just like, what? Are you serious? And it opened up a door because the enemy wanted me, or I got frustrated with something immediately after that, which put a blockage in my understanding for what just took place. Now, it didn't take me until this morning, the writer's retreat was last weekend. It didn't take me until this morning, almost a week away, to come up out of, because I knew where I was. I was like, something didn't happen that I wanted to happen that weekend. And I got mad. And so I had this little grudge thing. And it's just like, but God knows, like the whole time I was wanting to work on it, I was like, I don't want to feel like this. Like, I just got a breakthrough. Why am I not receiving the breakthrough that I just got? Why is it that this other thing is on me so strong when I'm supposed to be rejoicing in what you just did for me? And as time went on, God knows my heart too. If I act a certain way, eventually I'm gonna feel bad about it, and I'm gonna start asking God to help me, because I don't want to be on His bad side. I don't want to be damaging to my future. I don't want to be damaging to my children or to other people around me. And so that's what came up today. That I remember doing a fast. I wrote down a list of people I need to forgive. And I actually, from last weekend, if that thing wasn't in the way, something got in the way, but then I still kept fighting through it. And here I am, able to go back to this list when I get off and check off the people that I made a list of things that I need to forgive. And so I just can't. I just, I knew forgiveness was my thing. I was like, how can I forgive? How can I? You get what I'm saying? I got more people that I'm thinking of now that I just need to forgive. So what, a person doesn't understand you? So what, somebody treats you a certain way because they don't understand you? We have to go in a place of mercy where we're like, okay, forgive them, Father. I don't know what it's about. Whatever I did, I repent. I didn't want to hurt anybody. But, show me where I'm fault at. Show me where I'm fault at so that I can fix it. Or then so I can understand why they are silencing me the way they are silencing me. And then they still don't have to talk to me, but then I can start to pray from that perspective. Let me pray for them. I say, God, whatever wrath they have with me, I pray that they forgive it. Maybe they don't have to understand, but maybe within themselves that they should just want that hurt off of them. And so, yes, Thirsty Thursdays is, unforgiveness is just painful. It's just you're holding on to painful memories, painful encounters with people, and you just trying to fight that battle yourself. When you forgive people, you're handing that battle over to God. And it's not necessarily to say that you want God to do anything to that person. It's really, you can go approach it many different ways. God, take this hurt from me. I don't understand them. They don't understand me. We interpreted this whole friendship or relationship from two different perspectives, and it just didn't work out together. But still, can you take the hurt out of me so that I can have a better understanding how to go about it? If we don't talk no more, I don't owe them a friendship. I don't owe them a relationship. They don't owe me one. If we don't talk about it no more, nobody owes anybody anything. We just want to be healed from hurt and understand that we didn't understand. I pray peace into what I didn't understand, and then let you take it from there. If we never talk again, we never talk again. If we do talk, we just have to be honest about how we're feeling. Hey, I know we just started back talking, but I kind of want to keep things here. I don't want to go as far as we went the last time around. You get what I'm saying? And then it's okay, that's fine. Whereas the other person might not even want to deal with you at all, and you have to be okay with that. You get what I'm saying? You can't be upset. You just have to be okay with that. And so Thirsty Thursdays is kind of heavy today because it's a lot of pain that comes behind it. A lot of pain that comes behind unforgiveness. But I thank you that God is really healing me on this healing journey. And not only just healing me on this healing journey, it's like every week I'm surprised at my topic, because that's just God. It's not like I sat in my notebook and planned this out. Sometimes I do sit in my notebook, but I didn't know what I was going to talk about. I just knew I need to come do my video, and I did not know which way it was going to go. So that's why I love God, and that's why this is raw and authentic and just natural and unscripted, and just, because I didn't know what I was going to talk about. And just like that writer's retreat last weekend, I didn't know that that's what my breakthrough was going to be. I didn't know that I was still dealing with that. I knew that I could, I still had anger towards it. Y'all, another thing is, okay, so here's how I didn't think that I still had it, because it wasn't hurting. But if I thought about it or had a conversation with somebody about it, I was quick to bash the situation or talk negative or be still, let it upset me. So that's how you know you're not over it. So I would say, whatever you find yourself upset with, still, trying to seek justice in, still being mean about, still not caring, really, really feeling empathy towards it or the people, then yeah, you got some work to do. So sit with God and make that list, and He'll show you what you need to do. Apology is always good, whether you think you're right or wrong. Always apologize. Always hold yourself in a humble situation. Always put yourself in a humble manner to apologize and hold yourself accountable for whatever it is you're doing. What if you didn't know you were doing something, but the whole time they were like, well, you did this, and you didn't know you did it? You get what I'm saying? Just hold yourself accountable. Hold yourself in a humble light. And regardless if you're wrong or right, the freedom is for you. The freedom is definitely for you. Set yourself free. Well, that's going to be it. I wish I could have did something a little shorter. But I hope this helped, and y'all have a good one.